I dropped out of school, started selling dog food. Kept the biggest pistol even though I was a small dude. I get your block, 50 shots out this AK. You get on my name, you get smoked on the same day. We do a hit, we hit your block same way. You niggas broke, tell me how y'all wanna gangbang. Riding around with 2 baby Ninas, I feel like Max Payne.
What's good? This is the local Hype Star TV at Dosey Ransom, 3 Hype Shoe Guy, whatever you want to call me. And I just woke up, so you know what I'm saying. I'm coming to give y'all a how-to video on do's and don'ts of customizing shoes, because a lot of people want to do it, but see, y'all don't know what y'all doing. So let's get it going.
Woke up to niggas talking like me. Oh, I think they like me. Yeah, they like me. Diamonds on me, ice cream. Oh, that's lightly.
So the first rule, and I cannot stress this enough, preparation is everything. If you don't do your shoes correctly, they gonna come out terrible. If you don't acetone them down, alcohol, paint removal, whatever you want to use, if you don't use it, your shoe is gonna come out boo-boo. And I cannot stress that enough. That is one thing that you do not want to do, and it is the worst mistake that you can make. Hold on. Why am I talking in syllables? Not using acetone on your shoes will 9 times out of 9, not out of 10, out of 9, make your shoes basically fall apart. There's really no way to break that down. Basically, you'll be walking in school thinking, oh, my job's hard, I can't wait to flex these. You walk in school, somebody step on your shoe, the paint gone. Like, that's basically what acetone is for. Acetone is to erase the line between the product finisher and the paint you want to put on there. You can't, if that line is there, your paint's not going to stay. So that is the most important thing for you to do. You miss that step, you might as well say the shoe is just done all together. I mean, you just wasted all your paint, unless you about to paint them over again. But hey, that's a waste of time too. Alright, number 2 on the list is, of course, something, you know, that everybody should know. Don't rush through it, okay? Take your time. Even if it take you a week, it could take you a month. Take your time. You don't want to be the person that rushed through the shoe just to say you did them, take a quick picture of them, but you know, in all honesty, they not done. That's like the most dumbest thing you could do, customizing shoes. And it's not going to hit you that you made a dumb mistake until you try to wear the shoes. Like these 2 steps, the acetone and taking your time, being patient, and putting on all the coats, because if it's not 3 or more, then I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Those 2 steps in particular will balance out the shoe. If you don't use those 2 steps or take those into consideration, you basically just coloring the shoes temporarily. I mean, it's going to come off. Yes, the bottom of the shoe. Give me a second. Yeah, it's a video on these. Go check that video out. I think this was the first video I posted. But of course, the bottom of your shoe, of course, is going to come off, because there's no substance that'll keep the paint on the bottom. I mean, you could get some I forgot what it's called. Anyway, I have to go look it up. I might put the link in the bio if I find it. But of course, there's like scratch resistant spray where to make it last longer. But at the end of the day, this is going to come off. But as for this, if any of this comes off, you miss one of the 2 steps that I just pro tipped you on. So I mean, tip number 3, always have a clean work area. This isn't going to hit you until you make the mistake. I've knocked over maybe 3 or 4 paints of my little, hold on, I'll show you. I've knocked over maybe like 3 or 4 of these, and you gonna be blowed, because me personally, I spend maybe like $4 per color. And I mean, if I got to spend $4 per color and I have more than 40 colors, you can do the math. When you spill it over, it's not going to hit you until you get blowed to the fact that you got to buy a whole nother one of these. Acrylic paint, well, shoe paint in particular, because I don't use regular paint. I never have, and I doubt I ever will. We have plenty of regular paint in the shed. I just don't want to use it. But acrylic paint in particular, which is basically these paints are made for shoes, when you spill it over, especially if you have a 1 ounce, it's basically gone. You could scoop it up. I mean, I tried it, but I'm telling you, when it spills, it's just about gone. And then you're gonna be pissed that you gotta buy that color all over again, and you just spent $4 on it, and it's not even that big. Tip number 4, do not take shortcuts. Don't be the person that's too cheap to want to pay for the stuff to customize shoes. Then when you do them, you try to improvise, so to say. Like, for example, this is my first pair of shoes. This is like the first pair of shoes that I ever did. And they're terrible. Yeah, I know. Thanks. First pair of shoes that I ever customized. Well, you see, with these, where I messed up, instead of buying sole dye and sole brightener, I decided, hey, I'ma just paint the bottom. Ain't nobody gonna see. But of course, like I said, the paint will eventually come off the bottom. Unless you use sole dye to dye your soles, the bottom is going to come off. And the way with this shortcut was, your shoe is going to look completely dumb. Don't just buy the sole dye. If you don't want to buy the sole dye, don't try and do the soles. Wait another day. Wait for another paycheck. You know, it'd be dumb for you to try to take that shortcut and then your shoe come out looking even more dumb. You don't want to be walking around with your shoes peeling, because the first thing everybody else is going to think is fake. 5. Now this tip, I think a lot of y'all need to know this before y'all even try this. Be careful with sole dye.
Isaac made this one.
This is sole dye, by the way. This was like $3 too, or something like that. This was like $3. I don't know. But sole dye is like the deadliest thing when coming to shoes. This stuff runs like water. Paint runs slow. You could catch paint when it's about to run. But this right here, nah. If this start running, you might as well call it a day. It's impossible to get this out. Like, and this is black, so these are my girlfriend's shoes. I never finished them because when you look at the shoe, there is spots, you know what I'm saying, where drip. I can tell you, I painted over that stuff countless times and I've yet to get it out. Like, sole dye is so dangerous. The shoe looks so good, but then it's not gonna look good when it look like your shoe was bleeding. You don't want a shoe that look like it's on its period. Like, it's nasty. But nah, for real though, sole dye is dangerous. You gotta be careful with sole dye. Like, extremely careful, because sole dye could really mess up the shoe. I painted like 4 coats of white on that and it still doesn't come out. Sorry, babe. What is it, tip 5, I think? I think I'm honestly not keeping up. I ain't even about to front. But tip 5, don't be trigger happy. Like, when I first started painting shoes, when I got my first colors, I had like 12 colors. I don't remember what colors it was, but I was like, oh boy, I'm about to do this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I have pairs of shoes that I have painted maybe 3 times already because I don't like them. Don't paint your shoes the color you know you're not gonna like for long. Like, these were UNC, what they call 11s. The ones that came out April 15, 2017. It was like 3 days before my birthday. I've painted these probably 3 times already. And they look terrible. This is what they look like now. Of course, video's dropping for this soon, stay tuned. But don't be trigger happy with your shoes, because you will end up painting your shoe maybe 50, 60 times. Say y'all like, dude, were yin yang ones when I first got them. All white, you know, all white with the black check. Then I turned them into the top 3s and I liked them. I stopped liking them maybe like 2 months later. And then I turned them into these. I've yet to finish these because I've really been busy. Like, I'll be too busy doing everybody else's shoes. And, you know, I'm not about to postpone money just to do my own shoes. But these are what I turned them into now. I'm telling you. And then one more pair. These were a grade 5. I think they came out, what, my 8th grade year, I think. I don't even remember. This is the other one. I honestly don't know. I really don't know. But basically I was being trigger happy, and I was like, well, I'm gonna do in this color, and I was like, you know what, nah, I'm gonna do in this color. Honestly, I really wish I would have just restored them, but this was before I got more shoe knowledge, you get what I'm saying? This was like when I first started customizing shoes, and I was really boo-boo. But you know what I'm saying? Don't be trigger happy, man. I'm telling you, you're gonna regret it. I ain't trying to make this video long. I was just giving y'all some tips on what to do and what to not do. And if you watch, just like and subscribe. And cut on that bell. I don't know where it's at. And I ain't gonna be cheesy and point it somewhere in the screen, but you know what I'm saying? Just like and subscribe. And I think I'm about to go back to sleep.
Pirate.